All right. Bismillah. All right. So Ali radiallahu anh fought all the Khawarij, and most of them died. Right? Most of them were killed. Uh, and that battle is called the Battle of Nahrawan, because that's the area that it happened in. Nahrawan. Okay. Uh, so Ali radiallahu anhu's Khilafah did not last too long either. Um, he was actually then martyred by a Khariji. So one of the crazy Khawarij people, he came and he murdered Ali radiallahu anh. Power vacuum. Wow, like the top Sahaba, the Ashara Mubashara, I don't know about the remaining of like all of the top Sahaba are gone. Who's the next Khalifa? Guesses? Yeah. So Hasan and Hussein, the two grandsons of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. By the way, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I unfortunately, if you haven't, if you don't know Sirah in detail, you're not going to be able to appreciate the love that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had for Hasan and Hussein. You know, babies, they grew up in front of him. He loved him. He called him Spot because he didn't have sons, right, or children anymore. All of them passed away. Like the only child remaining at the at the death of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was Fatima radiallahu anha, and these are the children of Fatima. Fatima, right? Okay. For example, I just want to tell you, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam picked up Hasan. So he just crawled into the masjid, crying or something like that. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was giving a Friday khutbah. He stepped down from the khutbah to pick up Hasan, lifted him up in front of everybody, and he's like, in Ibn Hada Sayyid, this son of mine is a leader. He is going to stop two warring factions of Muslims. He's going to stop two warring parties of Muslims. That's what he said. Anyway, he loved Hasan and Hussein to death. Okay? By the way, that whole concept of, this guy talks too much about Hasan and Hussein and he must be Shia. You know, that whole concept, it is a very bad, toxic concept. Throw that out of your heads, okay? And he talks too much about Fatima, radiallahu anha. These were the beloveds of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, okay? He loved them with all his heart. He put them all together, and including the mothers of the believers, right? And we all already spoken about the status of the Sahaba. So I'm kind of like, hopefully I'm trying to detox your mind. Just, okay, that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to detox your mind. So don't think of people who talk about Hasan and Hussein as Shia automatically. Okay. All right.
But
so, yes.
everything happened with the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Of course.
Why everybody's complaining? Now at the end, everybody's complaining this happened, that happened, but everything was planned by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Of course.
And even with the prediction of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whatever
Yeah.
he said, everything
Yeah,
happened.
my ummah is going to split into 73
Yeah.
sects, and
Yeah.
and only one of those sects is guided. But anyways, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us all. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Develop humility. Don't automatically assume righteousness. Okay? Don't automatically assume that you're on the straight path always. Quran says, right? فَلَا تَزَكُّوا أَنفُسَكُمْ. Do not call yourself righteous. Only Allah knows who is the one who is most guided. Who's the one most guided. You don't call yourself righteous. We don't know. Okay, we can only hope to be righteous. All right. So after Ali radiallahu anhu passes away, Hasan, so the people, they remember the people who were with Ali radiallahu anhu, they want Hasan to get elected. So Hasan becomes the Khalifa, radiallahu anhu. And Muawiyyah said, I'm not going to give you bay'ah because now Ali's gone. So Muawiyyah, but he's a politician, radiallahu anhu. He's a Sahabi, later Sahabi, but he's a politician. He's like, I'm not going to give bay'ah to Hasan. And I'm going to be the Khalifa. Okay. By the way, sidebar, complete trivia. In Arabic, there's a beautiful concept. For example, Hasan and Hussein. It's actually the same word. In Arabic, there's a grammatical beauty in it that if you have so Hasan is written Ha, Sin, and Nun, right? Hasan, right? And what is Hussein? It has a Ya in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any three-letter name or three-letter word, three-letter noun, like that, if you put a Ya in the middle, that means the smaller version of what this is. So actually, Hussein means the younger Hussein. Hasan, the younger Hasan. So have you heard like Umar? If you hear Umar, that means the little Umar. Okay? There's other names like that too. I'm forgetting. Anyway, so that I just wanted to share that with you. That's pretty beautiful. All right. So back to Hasan. Hasan radiallahu anhu's Khilafah lasted only 6 months because he is the one, he wanted to step down. He wanted to step down himself because he didn't want more fitna. Remember Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam predicted, this is my son, he's my leader, he's going to stop two warring Muslim parties. So Hasan radiallahu anhu gave up his Khilafah on his own. And he gave bay'ah to Muawiyyah, I believe. He gave bay'ah. Yeah, he has to give bay'ah for him to step down. He gave bay'ah to Muawiyyah, and so that there's no more fighting anymore. Okay, so that happened. So guess what is happening right now? People were anti-Ali because he didn't, remember? The tensions are building right now. You understand? So years are passing by. There were some people complaining Ali radiallahu anhu did not avenge Uthman's death. You understand? Right? And they were party of the anti-Ali sentiment to some extent. Not anti-Khilafah Ali, but his decision was not right. Correct? That sentiment. Now guess what happened? Another blow. Hasan radiallahu anhu is no longer the Khalifa. So people who were supporters of Ali, the Shia to Ali, they're like, what is going on? Everybody's after us. You understand what's going on? And the Muawiyyah was also the part of the anti-Ali party, right? Remember? So now there's another split happening of what had not split before. Here. Slowly. It's a political split. This is not a creedal split right now. Understand? It's not a creedal split. That'll happen later on. So Hasan radiallahu anh steps down. Eventually Hasan radiallahu anh is killed later. So this whole schism between now who's left? Hussein radiallahu anh, right? Hussein radiallahu anh, long story short, there's so much fitna. This is around the year. So let me just give you the timeline. I have not been sharing the timeline with you. Okay, so Umar radiallahu anh got his Khilafah when? 13th Hijrah, right? No, I'm sorry. 3rd Hijrah. 3rd Hijrah, and he was Khalifa until 13th Hijrah. Uthman radiallahu anh, it took to Khilafah 13 Hijrah. No, I'm sorry. Gosh, what is wrong with me? 23rd Hijrah. Yes, 23rd Hijrah is when Uthman radiallahu anh became Khalifa. And then Ali became the Khalifa when Uthman radiallahu anh was murdered 35 Hijrah, right? So a couple of years passed, Battle of Nahrawan. Ali radiallahu anh, he dies, very soon after he gets the Khalifa, just 40 Hijrah. Hasan. So the first so in Islamic Caliphate, there's been a lot of periods that you can divide, but there's two primary periods you can divide them in. Have you heard of the Umayyad Caliphate and the Abbasid Caliphate? Mm-hmm. So when Muawiyah becomes, who is Muawiyah? Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan ibn Abi Umayyah. So he's part of the Umayyah. So the first Umayyad Khalifa is who? Muawiyah. You understand? Muawiyah's, the Umayyad Caliphate didn't last too long, and the Abbasids took over soon after. Again, I'm not the history guy. Okay, so please, I apologize. I'm just giving you a general idea so you guys kind of know where things are coming from. Anyways, so I just wanted to help you understand that. So Muawiyah is the first Umayyad Caliph. Okay, so that happened 41 Hijrah. So that is how many years after Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam passed away? Quick math. Come on, guys. It's easy. 30 years. 30 years. Okay. It's been 30 years since Rasulullah passed away. Okay. Rasulullah passed away 11th Hijrah. Okay. So this is 41 Hijrah right now. I can't remember if Hasan radiallahu anhu was killed or he died on his own. So don't quote me on that, okay? All right. Guess what's coming right now? Tensions have built up so much that Hasan radiallahu anhu feels like he needs to escape Medina, okay? Or Damascus, I think Medina. He was in Medina. He escaped to Makkah. Now he escaped to Makkah for refuge because the anti-Ali family sentiment is building and building and building and building because all of this chaos is happening, right? Wallahu alam, all what happened, there's a lot that is there, a lot of it is true, a lot of it is untrue. Like a little of it is true, a lot of it is untrue, so let's not worry about that. But Hussein radiallahu anhu now is escaping for his life to Makkah because people are after him in. I'm sorry. This is what happened. I apologize. After Muawiyah passes away, radiallahu anhu. He does the first dynasty starts. Muawiyah appoints his son as the next Khalifa. Who is the son? Yazid. You heard that name? Yazid?
Yeah.
Okay. So now things are going to start clicking. Okay, so the first dynasty started. Now the caliphate of the way you appoint is all gone. Now somebody appoints their son as the Khalifa the first time. Okay. As soon as that happened, I forget the detail. I apologize. But there was a lot of pillaging of Medina that happened, and this is why Hussein radiallahu anhu ran for refuge to Makkah. Then he started getting letters from these people in this area. Come to Kufa, come to Basra, come to Iraq, because guess who? This is where the headquarters of Ali was, radiallahu anh, right? He was not in Medina. So Ali had a lot of supporters over here, right? You understand? Mm-hmm. Okay. So they're sending letters to Hussein radiallahu anh. Come, we will protect you. You don't need to be here. Come and we will protect you. So he gets invited. he takes his family, 70 or so people, and he's traveling to Iraq. Yazid sends, he does not like Hasan radiallahu very much. He wants him gone too. He sends his army into this area to convince the people in this area to not support Hussein. Well, they wanted to. They were supporters of Ali in this area, right? So how did he do it? He paid them off. Yeah. Again, story, history, right? Take it with a grain of salt. So he paid them off. So much so that first there was a representative. His name is Muslim ibn Aqil. That's also part of Rasulullah's family, right? Extended family. Muslim ibn Aqil was sent there as a representative to confirm that these people, do they really support Hussein or not? To confirm, Muslim ibn Aqil, everybody was with him in the morning. So the story goes. Again, a lot of this is coming from Shi'i sources. Okay, all of these stories are coming from where? Again, who is writing a lot of the stories? Who are the people who care about the politics the most? Who are the people who discuss what happened about the Sahaba the most? The Shia people, right? There's a reason they do that. It's because their whole religion and not religion, their whole mentality, and unfortunately, is not focused on so much on what our deen is about. It is all about the split of the ummah and what shouldn't have happened. And a lot of bad things happened to people of Ali. Okay, I'm telling you, a lot of bad things happened. Right? People are killing them. You understand? Okay, so Yazid. So I have to be careful about what I say because they're here. They're Muslims. Okay, all right. We don't consider them. We Sunni people don't consider them part of this circle, the Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, but they're still Muslim. Okay, and we'll understand why. Inshallah, slowly we're learning. Okay, so long story short, Yazid sends a whole bunch of really smart and bad people in this area. In the morning, Muslim ibn Aqil, he has all the support. By the evening, he has 0 people supporting him. And he's out on the streets. He's first wine dined with people. He's like living with somebody, and by the evening, literally in one day, he's on the street and nobody wants him in his home. And he is brutally murdered. Okay. Hussein radiallahu anh doesn't know this. He's on route, right? Yeah. And Muslim is killed, and basically Yazid's army comes very close to Kufa. There's a spot called Karbala, right? This is where the encounter happens. So Hussein's people, they're not an army. They're just regular people, just family members. And they're brutally massacred by Yazid's army. And there's literally a handful of survivors. The baby Zainul Abidin is the one who survived, right? So can you imagine the pent up frustration and the feeling of treachery? It's like the world is about to get us just because we support Ali, and that mentality is going to solidify, and how they're going to become Shia to Ali. You understand what's going on right now? So politics is going to just become so divisive that it's going to become eventually part of their aqidah. And we will learn that inshallah when we do aqidah studies. I just wanted to tell you right now, historically, what's going on. So Hussein radiallahu anh is martyred, right, in Karbala. And you know why Shia people, they hit themselves. Because they agreed to not take and support Hussein radiallahu anh. Right? He was coming for refuge. And nobody here wanted to support him. Everybody got paid off. So now they punish themselves. It's like we should have supported Hussein. So that's why they beat themselves.
Wow.
Because they're apologetic. So they punish themselves every year, and that's become part of the religion. Has nothing to do with religion, but now it has become part of the religion because they beat themselves. You understand? Yes.
أنا عندي سؤال بس.
Yes. طيب.
لأنهم جبتم الشيعة قلتم عشان إنه ما إذا أشار إنه يزيد قتل سيدنا حسين ولا
مش لحاله يعني جيش
ما
يزيد قاتل حسين.
أنا داير أعرف الجيش لأنه ما في معركة يعني هو في معركة لكن يزيد لأنه هو ندم على القتل لأنه هو قد ما داير يقتل يعني ما داير يقتل سيدنا حسين عليه السلام.
صح. Yes, so what she's asking is, did Yazid actually order the killing of Hussein radiallahu anh? Again, very muddy history.
So if you have
Okay,
Shias, they will
but
say that.
did Yazid punish the army for killing Hussein? No, he didn't. And also it is said in all the sources that Astaghfirullah, Hussein radiallahu anh was decapitated and his head was sent to Yazid and he poked the head of Hussein radiallahu anh. And look, just think about from the Shia point of view. There's so much pain in them. There's a lot of pain, okay? Just be kind with those people, please, when you interact. Very, very kind with them, okay? And you understand where they're coming from. You empathize. Okay. And he poked the head, Yazid did. And he didn't punish the people. And then one Sahabi, he, in anger, told Yazid, stop what you're doing right now. Do you know this face that you're poking? I've seen Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam kiss that face. Yeah. Very powerful statement. So anyways, so later on, inshallah, we will study, but I just wanted to now tell you, now this ummah has now been split into three. You understand? Like one, not aqidah-wise yet, okay? It's going to come. But Sahaba right now have now been divided into Shia to Ali, the party of Ali, and the Jama'ah. And the Khawarij are already Khawarij, right? So now, there's three. In this chaos, our religion now develops, inshallah. And so we will study that, inshallah, next time. With this background, I hope you understand why this was important.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Right.
Jazakallah khair.
Wa Sorry to keep you so long. We can pray Isha really quickly.